Hello and welcome to this reading vlog. I'm Chanel and I'm here to talk to you about books. So I have already read a book this week, and that is a graphic novel called The Tin Man. It is based on characters from Wizard of Oz, even though they're not meant to be from Oz, but they're the same characters. And in this book you have a Tin Man who decides one day he wants to have a heart. His father shuns him for it and he has to leave home, and then he gets a heart, he experiences heartbreak and isn't sure whether he actually wants a heart anymore. And it's juxtaposed with a story between two siblings. The grandmother has passed away and it has negatively impacted the older girl, and she's rebelling and falling in with the wrong crowd and separating herself from her family and her brother. Her brother is subsequently feeling the loss of his sister, who's not around anymore, and he is obsessed with building a rocket ship. And then he comes across the Tin Man, and the Tin Man ends up forming a friendship with a young boy, and it also affects the girl, and that's kind of the gist of the story. It was okay. The illustrations are good. It just didn't really resonate or hit for me per se, so I'd probably give it 3 stars. But I could see a lot of other people maybe resonating at a younger audience perhaps, and that was the Tin Man. And I have just started reading The Harpy, and it is a book about infidelity, which I hate infidelity. Don't like reading about it in books. However, in this case, I really like the writing. I think the writing is well done. I think the author encapsulates the feeling of certain mundanities and motherhood and wifedom very well. So at the moment, I am enjoying it. The premise of this book is that she decides to punish her husband for infidelity, but she is going to choose how she does that, and she's not going to tell him what that punishment is. So that's a bit, kind of fascinating. Yeah, it's not a feel-good book, but it is interesting thus far and very readable. The chapters are short, and yeah, like I said, I like the voice of the character and the style of writing. So I am going to continue on with that one. So today I am going on a date. So it has been, I think, 10 weeks since I even spoke to someone on the app, but I started chatting to someone. They kind of look like Russell Brand. It is what it is. That's who they look like. So it's a gentleman. The conversations have been amazing. So they are not only intelligent, their emotional intelligence is just phenomenal. The questions that they ask are very well thought out, intriguing, in depth. So like I said, on a conversational level, probably the best conversations I've had since starting to date again this year. So really amazing. The issue will be whether or not there is physical attraction, because I'm like, look, from the photos, not a lot. So I have to wait and see in person, because photos and in person doesn't always correlate. So we're going to see, but otherwise, like platonically, amazing connection. Is it going to translate into a romantic one? I don't know. I'm in 2 minds about it in general, because I decided after 10 weeks of not even talking, I thought, just have a chat, because the longer you go without dipping your foot back in, the less likely that you'll want to. I kind of was getting into the headspace of, I actually don't want to be with anybody. I'm not even going to try to find someone, and I don't want to give up quite yet, especially too because we're going into the spring and summer, and that's when I have energy, and that's probably when I should be, making myself available to the dating population. So I thought, let's just have a chat again, pick someone to have a chat with. It's been wonderful chat. So it's been lovely to connect on a human level with somebody and exchange point of views and feelings about things. So that's been lovely. It is a beautiful day today. So we're just going to go for a chat in the park, very casual. They asked me, what kind of first date do you feel like the most safe and secure going on? Lovely. Love to, be asked that question. So we'll see how it goes. But if this doesn't pan out, I'm probably going to step back a bit again, just take another break. So that's the plan that I'm going on. Dip a toe in, take some time for myself, dip a toe in, take some time for myself, because unless I'm really feeling motivated to really engage with people and to go on dates, I'm not going to, force myself. But at the same time, I'm not going to completely hermit myself, which is what I tend to want to do. But this also, couple of weeks coming up, are going to be incredibly busy socially for me. I have tons of birthdays, including my own. I've got weddings, I've got events, I've got concerts. So because of that, I thought, well, I don't even know if I have time to commit to getting to know people and going on dates. So I might wait after this date, if this isn't a romantic connection. I might wait until all of that busyness has passed, and then maybe try it again before Christmas, and then wait again because there'll be summer holidays and I'll be with my children. So I'm trying to make a plan for it. Obviously, I'm open to spontaneously meeting someone anyway. I know sometimes it's not, you can't plan these things, and I might just be out and about doing my thing and come across somebody who I connect with. So I'm always open to that. But in terms of being on apps and initiating conversations, it'll be on and then big break. So yeah, after this one doesn't pan out, online dating, big break until late November. I'd say after my ex-sister-in-law's wedding, and then I'll get back into it. I will touch base with you when I get back from the date and let you know how it went. Hello, I'm back. I'm so cold. I'm so cold. How did the date go? Let me talk about it. First off, future Chanel, stop wearing red lipstick to dates, because I ended up with just a line, a red line. All of my lipstick wore off, and I went back to my car after the date and I just had a red outline. It's not a look. So last time I wear red lipstick on a first date. This date, he was very lovely. So he's probably the nicest human being I have ever gone on a date with. He's just one of those very conscientious, thoughtful, generous, caring, empathetic people. Just amazing. Very easy to get along with, lovely conversations, feeling really heard and seen, really in-depth subject matters. He was very open, authentic, honest, and it was very refreshing to connect to another human being in that way. I didn't feel a spark, and it's in one of those cases where I'd say, all right, well, no, I'm not going on another date with them. But then because I just like them so much as a human being, I'm like, should I try one more date and see if anything changes, or if it really is just a platonic connection because I just like them so much? I don't know. But I'm also aware that I'm going through a lot emotionally right now with Willow being rehomed, and I know that that's affecting me negatively, and I am in a bit more of a down state. So I don't know if that's come into play perhaps, and I'm a bit numb in general because I'm trying to, cope with that. So I don't know what to do. Do I go on another second date, or do I say, it was lovely meeting you, but I didn't feel a romantic connection? But yeah, I don't know what to do. I think I might have to call a friend and see what they think, because I did feel a bit odd today, a bit out of sorts, just because of the whole Willow situation. So, and it has been so long since I've been on a date, a very long time. I'll have to ruminate on this a bit more. I'm leaning more towards going on one more date. First dates can also be a bit odd anyway. I'm thinking maybe one more date and then see. But yeah, we shall see. But I am just going to bludge for the rest of the day and read the Harpy, and I'll touch base with you when I've read some more. I'm slowing down my reading quite a lot at the moment, because I find that sometimes with reading, I start getting into my thoughts too much. If the story doesn't really pull me in, I'll start thinking about all the sad things in my life. That was happening with the Harpy yesterday. I just kept having thoughts about, Willow leaving. So we shall see. Hello guys, as you can see, it is such a beautiful sun-drenched evening. There's Sylvie, my little Sylvie. So I just sat on the couch, I've blocked the sun, and read this book, The Harpy. So this was written so beautifully. It was so easy to read. The chapters are sometimes just like 2 pages. You also have these little segments, which is like mythology about harpies, and they sort of correlate with the story of Lucy, whose husband, Jake, has cheated on her. And it's sort of about marriage, motherhood, fidelity, forgiveness, abuse, the loss of self and identity. And I've just resonated with all of those things. And I just, like I said, the way it was written was exquisite. The author had a way of encapsulating how things feel in words really, really well, like abstract emotions and thoughts and social interactions that go on, like the subtleties of them. I thought it was stunning. So the premise of this book is obviously with the infidelity, she's deciding to stay in the marriage, but she wants to hurt him in return. So they come to this agreement that she's going to hurt him 3 times. Each time will be a surprise. Each time will be in a different way. You sort of read about what she does and how it makes her feel afterwards. I gave this a 4.25. The reason I did not rate this higher is because the ending was very ambiguous, and I don't like ambiguous endings. I want a resolution. I want a very concrete ending. It can be shocking, it can be happy, it can be sad, but ambiguous, I hate that. It just leaves me wondering, and I don't know what happened, and I feel really annoyed. My brain does not do well with open-ended endings at all. I don't like them. So it brought it down to 4.25. If there had been a more solid ending, probably would have been a 5-star book. I just love the author's writing style, so I'm definitely going to check out more by them, Megan Hunter, because I found it stunning. I think the next book that I'm going to pick up for this reading vlog, I'm not sure if I'll finish this vlog after this. I am trying to keep things under 20 minutes, so we'll see how long this runs after I've added this. But is this nonfiction book, Magicka, Finding Spiritual Guidance Through Plants, Herbs, Crystals, and More. Beautiful end pages, just that's stunning. Oh, look at that. Look at that, guys. Like, what beautiful, beautiful illustrations. So I feel like having a bit of a cleanse, a refresher, and nonfiction does that for me. Besides that, I'm just going to rest. I'm feeling so wiped out. Willow has gone to her new home. I feel like I can talk about it today. Yeah, it's very hard, and I cried, and my youngest daughter, and I cried, and then we cried again some more and some more and some more. But we want what's best for Willow. Right now I'm feeling very depleted and numb. I think it was just so much emotion that I am now gone to the other side, where I am just sort of, I won't say in denial, but just kind of feeling empty. But the thing that really helped me the most was when her new owner came, Willow went up to her straight away and gave her kisses. She rubbed her head all over her, she kissed her on her face, and Willow is not normally like that. She's very cautious, she's very timid and fearful of new people, and to see her just immediately go up to someone and mark them and kiss them and be at ease, it kind of pretty much got me through it. You know, I don't think I would have coped if I didn't think Willow liked her, but seeing Willow just so familiar with her immediately, like she wasn't even that way with me. Sorry, I just needed a second. That made it better, and I can tell that this lady is going to do everything she can to love and make Willow happy. So Willow has been there for a night. So God, I'm trying my best to get through it. Like, oh, I'm empty and I'm not emotional, and then yep, here we go. Willow's been there for a night, and look, she did spend the entire night under the lady's bed, and she's messaging me, which is fantastic because that makes me feel comfortable too, that she's asking me for help. She's worried because Willow hasn't eaten in the 24 hours that she's been there. But I said to her, with cats, especially older cats, they get very stressed out. Moving to a new home with new people and going under the bed is a way that she's making herself feel safe. They tend to go, I said straight before she left, I said she's probably going to hide under your bed or in your closet. And that's what she's done. So I just told her, look, bring her litter tray and her food into your room. I know that some people really don't want to do that, but I'm like, for now, at nighttime, hopefully tonight when you go to sleep, she might just crawl out and have a nibble and have a wee. It'll be right there, so she might feel safer doing that. I told her though, if by tomorrow evening she still hasn't used the tray and she still hasn't eaten or drunk anything, so I told her to take a photo of the food, that way you can get a better idea if she's gone to it, then to let me know. But I think tonight, I think she will. I think the first 24 hours is a bit rough and she's scared, but I'm pretty sure tonight she'll use the tray and possibly eat or drink. So we'll see how it goes. I'm just praying that's what happens. If I get a message tomorrow and saying like, hey, still not happening, I might have to go there tomorrow evening because I want this to work. I do want this to work. I want Willow to be happy and not stressed. And here she was just with the smell of the other cats. She couldn't ever relax and she was agitated and on edge. And on the day that her new owner came to get her, I don't know why, but my youngest cat, Bluebell, must have had a death wish. She got out twice. I mean, we opened one of the doors to come in and she darted out. Once with me, once with my daughter. both times I, by some grace of God, managed to grab her the second before Willow leapt to bite. Twice that happened on the morning that she was going to go. So you can better believe that my nerves were absolutely shot. I just thought, oh my God, could you imagine Willow bites her and kills her on the day that she goes? Like, it was also a reminder of like, I cannot keep Willow here. She's a threat to my other cats. So it just, so much happened on that day. You know, and then I had my date and everything else. It was a lot was happening. Speaking of the date, like I said, that whole thing, having Willow go and going on a date, that was a lot. But I didn't want to cancel on him. You know, I felt I didn't want to cancel the date, but I went even though I was not in the best headspace. And I did message him that, like, look, I really wasn't myself today. Like, this is what I was going through. But I didn't want to lash on you. But he's the loveliest human being. Honestly, I really hope I do feel an attraction to him in a romantic sense. I have decided to go on a second date because I like him as a human being. But with my body, because of previous trauma and abuse, either my body says yes or it says no. And it doesn't matter how much mentally I like someone or an emotional connection, my body is its own beast. And either it is attracted to someone or it isn't, and I cannot push it at all. You know, it's I'll have an aversion. Either I want someone to touch me or I do not. But then I've got this guy who, I'm not going to say Russell Brand. I've got to find another name for him. I'm going to say Mr. Lovable, because he's a very lovable person. He's a very loving person. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Can't push anything. Can't force anything to happen. But I'm going to go on one more date, hopefully feeling more like myself, and see what happens. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. If it happens, yay, then I found a potential partner, pretty much. You know, that's the way I work. But we'll see what happens. So yeah, I know I've been so rambly. Can you tell that I am an emotional live wire right now? This was a beautiful book to read, but probably not the best subject matter. That's why I'm going for a very, benign, non-triggering book about magic, plants, herbs, and crystals. But I'll touch base with you when I have probably finished that. I think I need to take a break from filming and sort of deal with whatever's going on with Willow, and I'll see you on the other side. Never moon. We were finding Orbeez all around the house, and now we know why. Hey guys, so I have finished Magicka and I really enjoyed it. I think the illustrations are gorgeous. It's by the creator of Tarot Carlotides, or Carlotides, however you pronounce it. So it does have her wonderful illustration style. And it's just sort of a little, dip your toe into all sorts of different witchy aspects, practices, rituals. There's some really cool spells and things that actually seem appealing. There's great recipes too for all of the festivals and solstices. So I did enjoy it. I think it's a cute little book, and I did take away some little things to try. After having read it, I'd probably rate it a 4.5. because for what it is, I think it's great. So that's everything that I have read for this vlog. This will be the last vlog that Willow is in. She's definitely settled into her new home. I'll put some photos that her new owner has sent me, and she's doing really well, but yeah, it's still very hard for me. I'm still grieving her loss and not doing very well in that respect, but I'm really happy that she's happy and she's found a home that she feels comfortable and safe in, but I still will always miss her greatly and wish she was still with me. But yeah, so I won't be able to talk about her anymore, but just know that she's doing well. Unless she ends up back with me, yeah, I won't be mentioning her again, but I'll always love her. She'll always be my baby. And I'm gonna finish it here before I start bawling, but that's everything for this week. And until next time, stay wild, Star Child.